Lena and Max had been best friends since childhood, inseparable since the day they met in their town's small library. They did everything together, playing soccer in the park, building forts in the woods, and challenging each other to trivia games. But neither of them ever suspected that they each possessed a hidden talent waiting to be discovered.
One rainy afternoon, after growing bored of their usual activities, they wandered into an old, abandoned theater at the edge of town. The building had been closed for years, its once grand stage now covered in dust and cobwebs. As they explored, Lena stumbled upon a dusty piano in the corner of the stage. "I wonder if it still works," she said, pressing a random key. A slightly out-of-tune note echoed through the theater. "Try playing something," Max encouraged. Lena shook her head. "I don't know how. I've never played before." "Just mess around, see what happens." Hesitantly, Lena placed her fingers on the keys and pressed down. At first, it was nothing more than a collection of random notes, but then, to her surprise, her fingers seemed to move on their own. A melody emerged, soft yet mesmerizing. She frowned, confused. "That was amazing," Max said, staring at her. "How did you do that?" "I have no idea," Lena admitted. "It just felt natural." Max, filled with excitement, decided to experiment too. He picked up an old violin that was resting nearby and mimicked what Lena had done. As soon as he drew the bow across the strings, a beautiful sound filled the air. It was rough at first, but as he continued, his movements became smoother, as though his hands knew exactly what to do. They stared at each other in disbelief. "Maybe we've had this talent all along, but we just never had a chance to find it," Max suggested. For weeks, they returned to the abandoned theater, practicing in secret. They cleaned the place up, making it their own special space. Lena's melodies became more intricate, and Max's violin playing became hauntingly beautiful. Eventually, they decided to perform for the town at a small festival. When they finally stepped onto a real stage, their music wove together in perfect harmony. The audience was spellbound, cheering and applauding louder than either of them had ever heard. That night, they realized that their hidden talents had not only brought them closer as friends, but also given them a new dream to chase together. And so, the abandoned theater that once held only dust and silence became the birthplace of something magical, a friendship strengthened by the discovery of music, talent, and the courage to embrace the unknown.